excited, Natalie? I'm not videoing you upside down. Are you excited for Paris?
Yeah.
Natalie, you're going to say welcome to Paris.
Welcome to Paris.
That is a very good start to the vlog. We're on the mission. What are we on the mission for, Natalie? Not cheese.
Protein.
Can't find any protein, like anywhere. There's no like supermarkets or anything. So again, I think we're gonna have to get a lot of my protein from pain au chocolat, croissants. You said it was small.
Why are you so close to my face?
Well, you said it was small.
No.
You did. You said it was like a key
From
ring.
a distance, it was a key ring.
This is the key for stairs then lift, right?
Yeah.
And look at this. Look at the key for. I don't know if you can see it. For the elevator.
Gotta get those steps in.
So, come on. Welcome to day number 2. I don't know what 2 is. Is it DOS? Anyway, day 2 in Paris. Now I thought it would be, I'll give some education to it, so you don't just watch me kind of walk around Paris the whole time. So I thought I'd give some education back to into the vlog, and that's kind of how to travel whilst kind of hitting your bodybuilding goals, as it were. So I've kind of compiled this within a list of 3 main things that I would recommend to you guys, and also I recommend to all of my clients. So without further ado, let's get into it. So rule number 1 is to hit protein / find protein. Now here yesterday was a bit troublesome, but I think where we're staying, there's just not that many supermarkets. When we went further into Paris, we found some protein, which is good. Also, you could have done things like actually take protein powder, but as long as you're hitting like kind of the 1 gram, and you could even actually go below this for kind of a week, it doesn't really matter too much for a week. But yeah, that's rule number 1, is to hit protein. Number 2, you probably saw with previous footage of the vlog that you're gonna walk quite a lot. We pretty much walked the whole of Paris yesterday. We did about 29,000 steps. I say about 29,000 steps, nearly exactly that. So recognize that your calorie maintenance, or kind of your calorie surplus, they're just gonna move. They're just gonna shift kind of this way. So you're gonna have more food, which is obviously good in a city break. So my plan for this week is, obviously I am 4 days removed from my show. So I did my show on Saturday. It is now Wednesday. I am actively trying to hit the surplus to try and get myself out of this kind of body fat percentage as quickly as possible. That's quite hard right now because essentially my calorie maintenance is about 3,500, and add on 29,000 steps, we're gonna have to be eating quite a lot of food. So right now I'm just kind of letting the cards kind of lie where they fall. Yesterday we hit an estimated kind of 4,000 calories. So yeah, we'll kind of see what I kind of weigh in or how I weigh in when I get back. But essentially, I'm controlling the variables that I need to control without it kind of being a detriment to the actual vacation or holiday. Which kind of brings us on to number 3, and that's going to be recognize that having a break from like the bodybuilding routine is probably going to directly impact for the better when you kind of get back. Almost like a catapult, if you continually try and kind of string it back, the elastic's probably going to snap. Whereas if you kind of string it back and let go, you're probably going to go way further. And that's essentially what kind of breaks are meant to be for. It's almost like a life deload. So yeah, apart from the protein, the adjustment with calories, and then recognize that having a break is a good thing. Other than that, it's most just have fun. Like, you're away. Don't worry too much about this, especially if you're here for, again, like 4 days like me. 4 days out of 365 days is going to be fuck all. If I screw it up, I screw it up, but we're not going to. Anyway, day 2 in Paris. One thing that we're actively doing this week is reducing caffeine. I said on Instagram that during the end of prep is reaching around 800 to 900 milligrams per day. So we're actively trying to reduce that this week, and then we're going to set it at baseline and then use available food, because obviously we're going to be at a surplus for the energy. Obviously in a deficit you don't have the food, and then we supplement it with caffeine. So yeah, it's a good time to do it, isn't it now? And then at least I don't have to run out of espresso pods in about 3 seconds.
God.
Bonjour.
More protein.
You didn't speak back. I consider that highly rude, Natalie. Do you? What we got? Can't see it, can you? They're just macaroons. If you're ever in, sorry I did it whilst you're half drinking.
Thank you.
If you're ever in Paris, go to, where is it? Yeah, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, but go here. They do the sickest and illest macaroons. To be honest, I can't compare, so I don't know if other shops are better than it, but they were very nice. Macarons. Do you want to tell them or shall I?
I think you better.
So we've kind of done Paris, and I thought, what other thing can we do? And Nat really likes fountains, so I kind of looked around on the map to see if we can find a fountain. We've kind of been tracking for around what, 1.5 hours
Jack,
to get to this fountain, only to realise when we're about 2 minutes away from said fountain and realise that it said foundation. So we're not going to a fountain. I don't know what we're going to be honest. I'm sincerely sorry. But do you know the funnier part? We've got to do that exact trip on the way back. We arrived at the fountain, and the joke's on Natalie because there's water. Describe what water is then. Is that not water?
It is water, but that's not the definition of a fountain.
Yep, I'd say this is as good a fountain as any. Did you like your fountain?
Well, it was a foundation, but
If it's got a water feature,
we'll
it's...
take it.
Did you like it though?
Yeah, it
Was it worth walking 1.5 hours?
was pretty cool.
Is it going to be worth walking 1.5 hours on the way back?
No.
We just worked out that between 2 days we've walked how many?
50,000 steps.
50,000 steps. This is not optimal for trying to gain weight. Not optimal 4 days removed from a show either. And we are back. We have no coffee, but we have Monster, which is fine with me. Anyway, that was a very nice 2 days away, or 3 days away. I only really recognised on day 2 that I was quite burnt out. You have to recognise for the last 6 months I've been doing 2 vlogs a week, 2 podcasts per week, and then I also do I'm doing 2 videos for the for educational content for my clients. That'll be on Facebook. We run through basically questions, etc, etc. But yeah, I've been doing that as well, and I've been doing that for the last 6 months, and then obviously client work in general. So like day 2 I kind of recognised that I was like, oh okay, I'm a little bit overwhelmed here, I'm a little bit burnt out, but it was quite nice to kind of reset. And I feel like that happens in a deload where you kind of don't recognise how kind of ruined you are until you're day 1, 2, 3 into the deload. Then you're like, actually I was pretty fucked. But then you kind of go to like day 4, day 5, then you're right, okay, I'm ready to then push on for this kind of new mesocycle, which is where I'm at now. I'm more than ready to push on to this next chapter and get the ball rolling. If you have ever wanted online coaching, we're really trying to change the game here in terms of that, so be on the lookout for that. I know a lot of people will be like, be on the lookout, but honestly, be on the lookout, especially if you want affordable coaching. Like coaching is never going to be like quote unquote cheap, but we can make it affordable. So we're going to roll out something that is cheaper, but most importantly affordable, and you also get a high quality service with that as well. You don't just get like a copy and pasted thing. Anyway, we'll run through that in another vlog. But for now, I hope you enjoyed Paris as much as I did, or watching Paris as much as I hope you enjoyed the vlog. I'll see you in the next one.